Imagine yourself alone in a public bathroom, the lights flickering, every movement echoing through the oppressive silence. You're there, maybe just to wash your hands, but a strange sensation starts to creep in, a feeling that you're not truly alone. The air grows heavier and a chill runs down your spine, even though there's no breeze. It's in this vulnerable moment that the unthinkable can happen, turning an ordinary place into a stage for terror. Suddenly, a soft voice, almost a melancholic whisper, echoes from one of the closed stalls. No one is visible, but the voice is clear and undeniable, coming from somewhere you can't quite place. It asks, with eerie calm, "Do you want red paper or blue paper?" Your heart races, and you question if you heard it right, if your mind is playing tricks. But the silence that follows confirms the voice was real. This is the choice that may seal your fate. This is the legendary Aka Manto, or Red Cloak, one of the most terrifying and infamous yokai supernatural entities in Japanese urban folklore. He's not a ghost that merely scares. Aka Manto is a malevolent being that forces his victims to make a fatal decision. His story is whispered in schools and public restrooms across Japan. Dark warning to those who find themselves alone in isolated places. He embodies the fear of the unknown and the irreversible consequences of our choices. Before we dive deeper into the depths of this chilling legend, I want to ask you a favor. If you're fascinated by mysteries, urban legends, and the unexplained, you're in the right place. Leave a like on this video to help us reach more people, and more importantly, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our future dark investigation. Turn on the notification bell to be alerted whenever a new mystery is uncovered. Be here. Your support helps us keep delivering spine-chilling content. The legend of Aka Manto doesn't have a single definitive origin, but its roots are deeply intertwined with fear and superstition in Japanese school. It's spread like a virus, passed by word of mouth, especially among students. The yokai is said to haunt bathrooms, specifically places that should offer privacy and safety. The tale serves as a warning story, echoing the dangers that may lurk in the most unexpected corners. Though his name suggests the figure in a red cloak, Aka Manto's appearance varies widely in different versions. Some stories describe him as an incredibly handsome man, cursed to lure his victims before revealing his horrifying nature. Others portray him as a masked spirit, wearing a no or other traditional Japanese mask, hiding his face and increasing the mystery and fear. This ambiguity only makes an encounter with him even more unpredictable and frightening. The legend says Aka Manto waits patiently, lurking in bathroom shadows, especially favoring the last stolophon in the women's restroom. He chooses moments of deep vulnerability when the victim is alone or distracted to make his appearance. The bathroom silence becomes a prelude to horror, and the stall door a fragile barrier against what lurks just beyond. The tension is thick, and the looming presence is almost suffocating. It's in this moment of paralyzing fear that he asks his dreadful, deceptively simple question. Do you want red paper or blue paper? The voice may be seductive or cold and emotionless, but the question is always the same, with only two options. There is no obvious third choice, and the pressure to answer is immense. But the choice isn't about toilet paper, it's about how you will die. A twisted game with your life at stake. If the victim, in panic or morbid curiosity, answers red paper, aka Manto wastes no time delivering his promise. The result is brutal and unimaginably painful. He will kill the victim in a horrific way usually, by skinning them alive, leaving their bodies soaked in blood, literally turning them red. It's an agonizing end, where the chosen color manifests on the victim's very fleshier, macabre reminder of their fatal decision. If, instead, they choose blue paper, the fate is no less terrifying. Aka Manto will mercilessly strangle them until their face turns blue from lack of oxygen, suffocating, desperate death. In other versions, he drains their blood completely, leaving the body pale and lifeless, with a bluish hue due to the lack of blood. Both choices lead to horrifying ends, with the color blue manifesting either as death's pallor or asphyxiation. And if you try to outsmart Aka Manto by asking for a different color, like green or yellow, or refuse to answer at all, no legend warns that such attempts are futile and could lead to an even more bizarre and terrifying end. Aka Manto may drag you into the underworld, a realm of darkness and despair from which there is no return. In other versions, a mysterious, gaping chasm opens beneath your feet, swallowing you into an unknown abyss. There's no tricking this entity. In some lesser known variations of the legend, there's a third color option, yellow paper, either offered or asked by the victim. But choosing yellow brings no relief. Instead, the fate is grotesque and humiliating. The legend says your head will be brutally shoved into the toilet, leading to death by drowning or suffocation, an ignoble, desperate end. Be a dark reminder that no choice is safe when it comes to Aka Manto. The only known way to survive an encounter with Aka Manto is through an unexpected answer, rejecting both options, saying you need no paper or prefer none. Refusing to play the yokai's twisted game may confuse him, or in some versions he simply vanishes. As an act of defiance against his distorted logic and the only path to safety. But it requires a presence of mind few could muster in such a terrifying moment. But why would such a terrifying spirit choose a bathroom as his domain? Bathrooms are places of extreme vulnerability and privacy, where people are alone and unguarded perfect for a supernatural encounter. They are often dimly lit with strange echoes and a feeling of isolation. In many cultures, bathrooms are seen as portals to other realms or places of impurity, making them fertile ground for stories of spirits and demons. Aka Manto is more than just a ghost storiette. It's a cautionary tale that explores universal fears, vulnerability, hasty decisions, and powerlessness in the face of the unknown. The legend reflects anxiety about personal safety in public spaces, and how superstition creeps into everyday environments. Tens, as a cultural reminder of Japan's rich yokai traditions, the legend of Aka Manto continues to terrify and fascinate new generations, proving its lasting resonance in popular culture. His story has inspired countless Japanese horror films, anime, where fatal choices and the mysterious red cloak are explored. He even appears in video games, adding an interactive layer to the fear. This presence in modern media is a testament to the power of the legend and its ability to evoke primal terror. Even in modern times, with all our technology and rational thinking, fear of the unknown and the supernatural still lingers in our hearts. Aka Manto is a vivid reminder that some legends refuse to die, continuing to haunt our collective imagination. He represents the idea that danger may lurk in the most ordinary places, and that vulnerability is an inescapable human condition. The legend reminds us that terror can arise from the simplest request, turning the everyday into something sinister. Every time you walk into a public bathroom, alone, with only your footsteps echoing around you, a small part of you might wander. You might feel a chill at the back of your neck, a sense that something else is present. Will the voice be there, coming from the stall next to you with its sinister question? The legend of Aka Manto leaves an indelible mark on the mind, turning a mundane location into a portal to Tara Place, where the darkness might whisper your name. Aka Manto is more than just an urban legend. It's a dark invitation to confront our most basic fears, the ones that hide in the shadows of the most mundane places. Purhiu forces us to consider the consequences of our choices and the fragility of our existence in the face of the unexplainable. Pitch story. The story reminds us that horror doesn't always come from obvious monsters, but can lurk in a whisper, in an innocent question, in a place we least expect, waiting for the right moment to reveal itself. This was the terrifying legend of Aka Manto. But now we want to hear from you. Which urban legend chills you the most? Have you ever had a strange, unexplainable, or scary experience in a public bathroom? Share your story and your thoughts in the comments below. Your participation is essential as we continue to explore the mysteries and horrors that hide in the shadows. Leave your comment and join our community of explorers of the unexplained.